Call the meeting order, pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Zemley, roll call, please.
Mrs. Denny. Mrs. Ellis.
Here.
Mr. Hefton.
Present.
Dr. Huber. Mrs. Jones.
Here.
Mr. Mancinelli. Here. Mr. Seesack. Mr. Twisler.
Here.
Mr. Arlen.
Here. Two point zero one is the approval of minutes. Motion is to approve the minutes of the the August 27th board meeting.
So moved.
Second. By this motion,
So moved.
questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 2.02 is the invoice listing. Motion is to approve the invoice listing for August through September of 2025. Do I have this motion?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Sorry about that, still getting used to the new format up here. 2.03 is the treasurer's report. Mr. Twisler.
As of July 31st, 2025, Pendelco's balance was $40,270,334. During August 2025, local, state, and federal revenues totaled $39,357,868, and disbursements were issued in the amount of $5,877,441. As of August 31st, 2025, Pendelco's current balance is $73,750,760. The recommended action is to approve the treasurer's report for August through September of 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Number 3 tonight is students' representative report to the board.
Good afternoon. My name is Maggie Mucklow, and I'm the Vice President of Student Senate at Sun Valley. Our President, Madeline Majarko, is currently touring Penn State's campus if she is unable to attend. With that being said, we started off the school year with a great freshman orientation where the cheerleaders helped welcome the new class of 2029. We then met with Sun Valley parents last Thursday evening, September 18th, when Sun Valley had its back-to-school night. There is a Red Zone Pizza food truck which helped benefit our PBIS program and made back-to-school night easier for teachers and families. The Cultural Alliance Club represented its program by selling desserts and snacks for Hispanic Heritage Month. Sun Valley hosted the SAT testing on September 13th, and results will be released to students this Friday, September 26th. Sun Valley will also be hosting SATs on Saturday, October 4th, the morning before the homecoming dance. There are quite a few senior nights coming up. On September 25th, both girls tennis and girls soccer have their senior nights. Girls tennis will be at 3:15 at the tennis courts honoring 7 seniors, and girls soccer will be on the turf at 7 p.m. honoring 2 seniors. In addition, Sun Valley Field Hockey Senior Night will be Monday, September 29th at 6 p.m. on the turf honoring 3 seniors. Lastly, boys soccer will have their senior night on Tuesday, October 7th at 7 p.m. honoring 3 seniors. Homecoming tickets are on sale this week and will be closed this Friday. They are $20 and only sold through school pay. The homecoming pep rally will be hosted during school on Friday, October 3rd. It will occur on the turf where all fall senior athletes, officers, and band and choir members are honored. There will be games for all grade levels to participate in, and we will also be honoring a homecoming corps. The homecoming parade and game is also on October 3rd. The parade will start at 6 p.m. and kickoff for the football game will be at 7 p.m. This year's homecoming theme is for Philly sports. The seniors are Eagles, the juniors are Phillies, the sophomores are Flyers, and the freshmen are the Sixers. All students from Sun Valley are invited to participate in assembling the floats, and all students in Pendelco are encouraged to walk in the parade. This year, we have a homecoming court of 16 people total, and the king and queen will be crowned at halftime at the homecoming game. The following day, October 4th, is a homecoming dance from 6 to 9 p.m. Sun Valley's PBIS program has been working hard making sure lots of Sun dollars are being given out for ready, respectful, and responsible behavior. These Sun dollars can be used at the Sun Dollar Store. The Sun Dollar Store, which is open every Wednesday during lunch periods, offers many different options including school apparel, merchandise, food, and more. The PBIS team is also initiating postcards of praise because Valley Vanguards love their alliteration. but staff can send postcards of praise to students, and students can send postcards of praise to staff. QR codes to send these postcards are available on the bulletin board in the Sun Valley lobby. The PSATs will be on Wednesday, October 8th for 10th and 11th grade students. This is a half day for students, meaning those who are not opted into the test will have off. PSSA and Keystone scores have been officially mailed or given out on back to school night for all students who took them last school year. Homeroom reps are in the process of being chosen for Sun Valley Student Senate. These student leaders are the voice of their homerooms, help relay information back to their homeroom class, and volunteer to do community service. Yearbooks are now on sale for the cheapest they will be going all year, $70 until this Friday, September 26th. Sun Valley will be hosting a college fair on Thursday, October 16th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Students can check Schoology or School Links to access the list of colleges that will be in attendance.
Maggie, wow. So, welcome to the Pendelco School Board as a student rep to the board. I don't know if I'll have a superintendent's report because I think you covered it all. But we do welcome you. And I always learn something whenever you or Madeline will give us an update. But tell me about the postcards for praise. I didn't know about that.
I actually just found out about them when I was writing this, but I think that basically we have student of the week, but sometimes that's hard, like one teacher has to pick one student, so it's just like another way for like those students that didn't get chosen for that to get represented, and also for students to give praise to their teachers.
Yeah, it's great. So I did a tour this week with one of our board members, and it just felt like there's a real good vibe in the school. Felt like people are having fun. I mean, what's your sense? You're back to school now?
Yeah, I think this year is a lot different from last year, just in the sense that like everybody is more united, especially, I don't know if it's just because I got a little bit more involved this year, but I think speaking on the junior class, like we are really excited. We are doing, we've had meetings like 3 times I think per week the past 2 weeks, like making our flow, like everybody's very excited that it's Philly sports season, and people are getting very excited for homecoming. So.
And junior class is what, Phillies or Eagles?
The Phillies, yeah.
Phillies. Good time.
Yes.
Well, welcome, Meg.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your report, and you're welcome to stay or go. It's not the most exciting night, but
Thank you guys.
thank you. Thank you.
See you next month.
Good job.
Yep.
You got homework.
Number 4, we won't have a DCIU report. Missy is out tonight. Number 5 is Dr. Steinhoff, superintendent report.
Thank you, Mr. Armand. That's over by the computer. A remote clicker seems to be missing, so we'll operate here. Very pleased to present a monthly update to the board again, as we typically do. I want to thank the board members who were here just 1 week ago. We had a very long meeting. The board last week took a lot of time to discuss potential bond refundings that will enable us to save on interest expense. You participated in a presentation on our professional development for co-teaching plans to secretary staff. We reviewed and discussed all of the agenda items. We had a number of teaching and learning updates from Dr. Kaminka. We discussed some potential state legislation that could impact Pendelco, and you received the updates on the start of the school year, which has been a very, very good one. So thank you for your hours of commitment last week. I want to start tonight with something we don't typically do every month, but I felt compelled to do it. We're bringing forward a Superstar Support Staff Award. And I wanted to share with the school board that we have a lot of employees that really live our commitment to excellence. And tonight, I just want the board to recognize Miss Marty Owens. Marty is our registration and residency clerk, who will be in the spring celebrating her 10th year anniversary with Pendelco. But she goes above and beyond the work that she does every day, particularly with respect to being a caretaker for district funds. As you've heard from me often, I've often talked about the struggles with cyber charter school funding, that in some ways it is a scam. It is very, very difficult to confirm what students we are paying for when those students don't go to our schools. And I can understand in the process that it would be very easy for school districts to get bills, to pay the bills, and move forward. Those tax dollars go out, they pay for tuition, you don't know what you're paying for, you don't know if those students live in your district. It's very, very hard to account for that, except for in Pendelco, because we have Marty Owens. And Marty makes it a personal mission. She has often said to me, it breaks my heart to see taxpayers' money being spent on students that do not even live in Pendelco. And she will take the time to really ascertain whether or not the bills that we get from the cyber charter schools should be paid. And I would say that thanks to her work, we have saved certainly over $200,000 in her time just because she's diligent. Doesn't have to. Again, could very easily just kind of mark paid and push that paper on, but takes it very seriously. So I thought she was very emblematic of our commitment to excellence. I wanted the board to be aware of that, and I wanted to present a certificate. Round of applause for Marty Owens, please. Certificate here honoring your commitment to excellence in your regular work as our Pendelco School District Registrar. Thank you, Marty. And Frank, do you want that certificate? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
You're very welcome. When, unfortunately, Mom doesn't get like a trip to Disney or a car or anything like that. But we wanted to recognize that your hard work is really acknowledged. Thank you.
very much. Thank you. Thank you.
On top of that, really, really great news today. So yesterday afternoon, PDE released the list of 13 schools out of 5,260 in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania who earned the Blue Ribbon School Award. It's called the Pennsylvania Blue Ribbon School Award now. The National Blue Ribbon Award has been disbanded. PDE took the same 13 schools that would have been recognized nationally and then said, we still have to do something for these schools because they stand out as schools of excellence. So it was just fantastic to be at that school this morning, making the announcement for the staff, making the announcements for students. PTL had all the staff in blue shirts. We are going to make a big deal about this. As you may have seen, the Delco Times ran the article yesterday afternoon acknowledging that Parkside is now a Blue Ribbon school. A highly distinctive, and I can tell you as former principal, like everybody knew that was the pinnacle award. Like if you could get a Blue Ribbon Award for your school, you really, really arrived. So we're extremely excited for Parkside, for the borough, for all the work that they do. Sometimes I know they feel forgotten because they are a small school and they're kind of on the corner of our district, but they certainly are not forgotten at all. And they continue to send us great kids. They continue to do great work there. So we're looking at a Parkside Celebration Day to celebrate the Blue Ribbon Award more than likely October 24th. Ms. Young's working on that. A number of teachers will be asked to come up on December 9th to be recognized with that award. This now stands as the third of our elementary schools. 3 of our 4 elementary schools over the years have received the Blue Ribbon Award. Coburn also received a Green Ribbon Award because of its commitment to sustainability and its school design. And we have School to Watch as well. At Norfolk, they make it their third renewal this year. We're waiting to hear about that. And we're really just super excited about Parkside. And at the high school, really pleased to see that Sun Valley is on the list of best high schools by U.S. News and World Report rankings. So we're really pleased to see a lot of wind at the sails in all of our buildings. Terrific first day, lots of excitement, heard a lot of good feedback from parents. We have just over 3,000 Pendelco students return the week of September 2nd. That number is down. The demographics for elementary schools across the nation tend to be depressed now by about 5%. So there was a time we were up over 3,400. Right now we're close to about 3,080, but really, really lots of positive energy, lots of excitement happening in all of our buildings. You may have gone by some of the elementaries and noted the International Day of Peace that was recognized with Pinwheels for Peace. That used to be an Aston Elementary activity, and then the other schools jumped on it. It's really wonderful to see it, and it helps our kids develop these connections with the world and the community around them, and also their creativity. We have community days coming up, and I want to thank the Pendelco Education Association. It always takes a lead role. They always have a presence. We will be at the Brookhaven Family Day on September 27th. That very often is much of the staff from Coburn. And then we will also have a table and a presence at the Aston Community Day the following week on October 4th. So really appreciate the work that our teachers do standing there to be a part of these community events, and they're very, very successful. Back to school nights, I thought the turnout was terrific. It was great seeing a number of our school board members out as well. Really pleased with the turnout that we saw from teachers, from parents rather. I was especially impressed with our staff, with their presentations, their preparation. It just really speaks to the positivity that's kind of in place and the possible great year that we have ahead. I think the 6:30 start, my understanding, was appreciated by a lot of parents too, that little extra half an hour to be able to get things settled and come out to the event. Just a dollars and cents number, since we last met last month, the Act 1 index was released in PA. That is 3.5% is the standard base index across the state. Pendelco's adjusted index will likely be about 4.2%. And the business office, Mr. Zebley and I are working on crafting, initial looks at our budget for next year, and we will always keep that adjusted index as our high watermark. As you know, there's a state budget impasse. Some school districts have had to resort to borrowing money to meet their obligations. We are nowhere near that right now, so I wanted to assure the board that that's not a situation that we are in. I think there's other issues about this budget not being done that have more of an impact. It's time to get this done. My goodness, the state should be working on next year's budget at this point, not worried about passing last year's. It's very frustrating. But we financially are not directly impacted by that budget impasse, particularly because it's a somewhat more negligible number of state aid that we receive that some other districts do receive. And tonight, we're asking you to take a step in terms of approving an agenda item that will enable us to move forward with a potential capital improvement project that we would like to do next summer, and we would like to go in and completely renovate the Northley Auditorium. So the Northley Auditorium remains like kind of the final large group area that we really think needs to be touched. A lot of people are in there and say this looks exactly like it did when I was there in middle school, and they're adults very much of age at this point in time. So really time for us to take a look at that. We appreciate your support for that project. This year we have allocated more units for teachers to step up and run some of the clubs that they might want to run. What we are seeing is a real commitment by kids to increase their participation in athletics, in clubs, in affinity groups. We just think that it's critical that we provide opportunities for kids to make connections with others. That's one of our 7 C's. We recognize getting kids off of their screens, doing things with others, making friends, establishing connections. That's where the real memories are made. We're really pleased to see the kids are stepping up, doing these clubs, doing these activities, and doing the programs. And the Northley improvements, interior improvements, you'll see there's still some empty walls there just waiting to have some design and wall wraps added. So you see that one upper left-hand corner, that used to be a glass trophy case. That area now will have a gorgeous print wrap with lots of Sun Valley pictures, backlit SV logo that will be applied there. We have wall wrap going down outside of the auditorium there. The third block to the right, that section will be dedicated to the Hall of Fame, which we're really excited about, putting up all the names of everybody's in the Sun Valley Hall of Fame. So it's really coming along. It's made a big difference. Cafeteria in Northley turned out terrific. It has a nice lot of pop. So once we get some of our posters up, some of our wall wraps, it'll really start to come around. Homecoming, very excited for this. Hope everybody can attend. It's always a superb event. We will have the parade again. Homecoming court will be introduced. We'll have our football game against Bishop Shanahan. We'll announce homecoming king and queen, and then there will be a homecoming dance. We do still have dances at Sun Valley High School the following. That's a busy weekend because, of course, we have Aston Community Day that day as well. Please save the date, Sun Valley High School's Cabaret. Big time event. People always look forward to the fall cabaret. That'll be held October 23rd at 7 p.m. Any board members who need tickets, please let me know. We would love to have you. We're continuing to let people know that Pendelco is a fine place to work. And anytime we have the opportunity to remind the public that we are an exceptional employer, we really encourage people to look at the opportunities. We are looking for bus drivers, we are looking for support staff, and more folks from the area are coming back saying, I want to work for my hometown school district, and it's a great place to be. Look forward to our meetings next month. We'll have study session on October 15th and our voting meeting on October 22nd. Thank you for your time this month.
Thank you, Dr. Stein. Announcements for the public. Tonight, the board met in executive session to discuss personnel and litigation matters. Any comments by members of the board? All right, any comments by members of the public on agenda items? All right, with that, we will have, number 9 is items for board action, starts on page 5. Goes through 6, 7, 8, and ends on page 9. References the Penducco Budget 2025 through 2026, Act 93 plans, PDA agreement, the PDESPA agreement, PDSSPA agreement, PA School Code Section 1108B. It is the administrative recommendation to approve all personnel items as presented. Do I have this motion?
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Tonight we'll do a consent agenda for items 10.01 through 10.12. Does anyone wish to have anything pulled to vote on separately? All right, with that, I need a motion to approve 10.01 through 10.12. Please note that all bids are subject to solicitor's review. Do I have this motion?
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Any comments by members of the public? Seeing none. Comments by members of the board? Dr. Stein, thank you for taking the initiative there with everyone else and getting the final project on Northley rolling. I know it's been a nice, quiet, other than roofs. We finally have gotten to the end of our renovations. Brian here, it's starting to, it finally mellowed down for the last year or so. Now here we go, ramping back up. But we do commit to our community and we keep our facilities nice and starting to update them and get them all ready. And this is the final piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, thank you, and I'll pass that along to our facilities custodial crew. We have a lot of parents in the district who work in other places, and they come in for back to school night, and they did go out of the way to say, look, the floors are great, the new lighting, buildings are clean, buildings are safe, and that's important. I think if we expect high standards of kids, we got to meet those high standards, and I think they're doing a nice job of that, so thank you.
Thank you, Darcy. Any comments by members of the board? None? All right, next meetings are October 15th, study session here at the Service Center, and October 22nd here at the Service Center as well. Both meetings will be held at 7 a.m. Motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Thank you.